there is a lot of there is a whole lot of confusion about this the spirituality, because the moment when you say spiritual, people are asking, okay, should I go to the temple, mosque, or church? By going to a temple, mosque, or church, or haven, you do not become spiritual. You become spiritual only by turning inward, only by knowing the nature of who you are and tasting something beyond the physicality within yourself. So, once something beyond the physical has come into your experience or existence, setting boundaries is not possible. So that means we have to get out of these physical boundaries. It doesn't mean that you have to leave the body while staying within the body. How we can experience the non-physical dimension of us. So when you are in that level of consciousness where you look, it all looks the same. That means for that level to reach, first of all, the few distinctions are needed. The body, which we have right now, everybody, this is very much physical. So within the physical body, we have the life which basically is thriving in us, which is giving us the assurance every single point, every single second that we are alive, we are inhaling, exhaling. So that means the physicality, physical within the physical body, the thing which is making us keep going, which is the life, the energy. And there is something called mind. So mind can be not necessarily situated in our head. So mind is basically memory, or memory could be within throughout the body. Even though we consider in the mind, which is basically for us, this is the experience we have in our experience or understanding. So if we can segregate and make a distinction between the body and mind, then there will be little bit gap between. Once there is a gap between both of them, then there is a possibility of reaching out or seeking non-physicality. That means we will be able to pay attention to the life energies, which are basically making our life going, the what is basically making us throbbing. Those life energies basically will be able to have some space, and when that is the level, that means we are seeking consciousness. That means looking at the things the way they are, not making any conclusion, not making any opinions in our mind, just looking at them untouched, just untouched around everything. When that is the case, when you are at that level of consciousness, when you look, it all looks the same. This is not something you will only achieve at the end of your life. This moment you can get there. It is just that we have not bred that culture into our social life. That is the only question. We have not woven that into our education system, which brought this as a part of our living. And the moment we become a little bit educated, then all these things sound like woo woo. So, this is the main reason you will see today wealth making has become a disastrous for a whole lot of people, because every time you do something, it only creates a new boundaries. It need not be so, because moving from poverty to affluence is a very hard journey. Whether It is for an individual, society, or a nation. But most societies get sick after becoming affluent. That is a misfortune. So there are many examples around the world. There are many developed nations. They are very much affluent. For example, America is the affluent nation in the world. You go and see how wealth making, how money became the evil in the society. Same in the many European nations. So it takes so much effort to reach there, and then you get sick. What is the point then? It is very important that both aspects are taken care of right from the beginning. At least you'll be able to enjoy the wealth if you do not enjoy your life, right? That will only happen if there is a certain dimension within you which is beyond the physicality. So if you look at the wealth just as, survival process, you will only suffer. But unfortunately, for example, somebody is looking for, their dream car, maybe Bentley. They'll After buying the Bentley, they will again suffer, which should not be the case, because if this is a, even though it's a material possession, is the the best dream car, and after that your life should be a little bit, you know mm, your little bit, it should be improved, your well-being should be taken place. But which is not the case, because we are always living in the society in social comparison, meaning that people, they are not, their happiness and joy is not subjected to what they have or not, that it is subjected to what others, their neighbors, their relatives, their friends, they don't have. And if they have that, so that is their, they feel that's the success, and that is the job. When this is the case, it is just a sickness, it's not a success. Well-being is possible when there is a, a deep sense of inclusiveness with everything around us. Otherwise it will just come to you and you will not realize even it. Inclusiveness is not something that, people also say sometimes, yeah, you know what taxation can bring, pay more taxes and be inclusive. No, it's not the case. It doesn't work like that, right? It needs individual willingness to do that, and that needs to be brought into our social fabric and into all aspects of life. So this is something which we need to pay more attention.